Well, it's that time of the year again. It's Christmas time, man. We figured what better way... God damn it. What better way than... what better way than celebrate the holidays by playing a game that brings a family together. This is our review of New Super Mario Bros. For the Wii. Now, believe it or not, this is Mario's first 2D console game since Super Mario World. And when you put it like that, you can't help but ask, what took them so long to make something like this? Look at this case, it definitely sticks out. It's kind of like putting a red M&M in a bowl of rice. Anyway, if you played New Super Mario Bros. On the Nintendo DS, or pretty much any other 2D Mario game for that matter, then you'll be able to immediately jump right in, as the tried-true in Mario formula makes a return for the 5th time.
Don't you mean like a quadrillionth time?
No, there's only 4 console Mario games.
What about Super Mario Land and the Game Boy Advance ports?
Console Mario games.
In terms of plot, well, like any other Mario game that isn't an RPG, it's basically non-existent. Princess Peach has been kidnapped again by the returning Koopa Kids along with Bowser Jr. using a cake of all things, and it's up to you to rescue her. Seriously, the kingdom's security is downright terrible.
Okay, in terms of gameplay, it's a Mario game. With that said, if you play any other Mario game before, then you'll know exactly how it plays. You can either hold the Wiimote sideways like a classic NES controller or use the nunchuck. I'm going to assume you're just playing with the Wiimote. You control Mario with the D-pad and have him jump by pressing the 2 button. Pressing the D-pad alone will have Mario coast at a slow pace, but by holding down the 1 button while moving, you can have him run, which gives his jumps more momentum and height. To all the inexperienced casual adults playing this game, holding down the 1 button is a good thing. Jumping and pressing down on the D-pad will cause Mario to do the ground pound, which can break certain blocks. And finally, by flicking the Wiimote on the ground, Mario will do the spin jump, which isn't much different from the regular jump. And by flicking the Wiimote in mid-air, you'll do a quick spin which keeps you in the air slightly longer. You use these controls to jump across platforms, destroy enemies, collect coins, everything that one usually does in a Mario game. Mario himself is a rather vulnerable plumber. If you get hit by an enemy, Mario loses a life. By collecting a power-up such as the Super Mushroom, Mario grows a bit taller and is able to take an extra hit. If you grab a power-up like a Fire Flower or Propeller Suit, you can take 2 extra hits. Like Super Mario 3 and World, levels are represented by a hub world that contains enemies, alternate paths, fortresses, castles, and the occasional airship level. If you're a fan of nostalgia, this game will have you drowning in it.
Also, like Super Mario 3, you can collect the same power-ups you receive from the mushroom houses. These can range from the classic Super Mushroom, the Fire Flower allowing you to roast enemies, the Ice Flower making its return from Super Mario Galaxy, the Mini Mushroom from the DES counterpart which makes you smaller and gives you more airtime, and the classic Starman, which allows you to become a faster running epileptic seizure. Besides from those mentioned, the game also introduces 2 new power-ups, the Propeller Suit and the Penguin Suit.
The Propeller Suit allows you to gain extra air by flicking the Wiimote while in mid-air, and also gives you a slower descent upon completing the spin. It's definitely a welcome power-up, and it isn't nearly as broken as the cape from Super Mario World. The Penguin Suit dresses the character up in a spiffy penguin outfit, which, in addition to having the Ice Flower ability, allows you to slide on the ground and skim water, and also gives you much better swimming abilities and better traction on slippery surfaces. If you're a fan of the DS game, then you'll be sad to know that the Blue Shell and the Mega Mushroom do not make a return. But for some, that may be a good thing. Also making a return is the ever-lovable Yoshi, who plays exactly like you remember him from Super Mario World, in addition to having his flutter jump from Yoshi's Island. He can eat fruit, which will give you an award if you eat enough of them, and of course, absolutely devours enemies. I can't imagine how terrified enemies are when they see a fat Italian plumber riding a green dinosaur dragon hybrid that can swallow them whole.
Enemies come in all flavors. Goombas, Green Koopas, Red Koopas, Spinies, Buzzy Beetles, Lakitus, Bloopers, Bullet Bills, the list goes on. On Hub Worlds, you can run into enemies, which will begin a minigame in which you collect Toad Spheres, which grant you power-ups if you manage to collect them all in the level. In addition to regular enemies, inside the fortresses and castles you'll find one of the 7 Koopa Kids, making a much needed return from Super Mario World. You face each Koopa Kid twice in their respective worlds, starting with a rather easy first round and a more difficult fight in the second castle. In addition to the Koopa Kids, Bowser Jr. also enters the fray, whose boss fights are a little more unique.
Nostalgia! Level themes come from all kinds of varieties as well. There's the classic Mario theme, a desert theme, an ice theme, a water theme, a jungle theme, a mountain theme, a sky theme, and of course a hellish theme. Each theme contains their own challenges that relate to their environments, so each level feels different from the last. Some worlds also contain ghost houses, which are definitely more puzzle heavy than the other levels. They aren't too bad though. Finally, there's fortresses and castles, which are always chock full of enemies and harmful obstacles. Also, there are times when a Toad icon appears on completed levels. In this case, there's a Toad who's trapped inside a block that you have to carry to the end of the level because I guess the little bastard isn't capable of defending itself. In fact, you know what? You deserve death. Go sleep with the Cheep Cheeps, you little insignificant prick. Scattered throughout each level are 3 star coins, which you can use to purchase videos at Princess Peach's castle. These videos can contain hints to alternate exits, where to find extra hidden star coins, and super skill videos, which show you just how much better the developers are at the game than you are. Son of a bitch. In addition to using star coins to purchase videos, collecting them slowly unlocks levels for World 9, which contain the hardest levels in the game. I'm not kidding, these levels can range from mildly annoying to downright frustrating, especially when trying to collect the level's star coins.
979797
I'll leave it at that. Also, by dying multiple times in a level, a switch appears which contains the game's new super guide, which is good for guiding the casual bunch, but is the ultimate kick in the nuts for veteran players. You know, it's like in other games where you die enough times the game lets you know that easy mode is not available, which can make any man's penis shrink. By hitting the switch, the game goes on autopilot and completes the level for you. And it isn't a simply how-to video, no, it completes the level for you. Of course, don't think you can abuse this, because while it beats the level for you, the guide doesn't bother finding secret exits or star coins, which are needed in order to complete 100% completion. But if you don't particularly care for 100% completion, then by all means, abuse it.
But of course, one of the main reasons why people want this game is because of its brand new multiplayer. In previous games, players had to swap controllers when it was their turn, but now up to 4 players can play at once. And boy is it chaotic. These levels clearly weren't designed for multiplayer. It's not uncommon if you and your friends accidentally or purposely screw each other's progress up with bad timing, inexperience, or reckless playing habits. Trying to beat the game with 4 players is downright impossible. It makes for great memories, but trying to be serious with it just isn't going to happen, especially in my case, where my brothers like to be douchebags. 2 players is mine and Johnny's recommendation. It's not too chaotic, but it's incredibly fun and can be hilariously frustrating. And now, the Super Gaming Brothers presents...
Johnny and Elliot's Multiplayer Mayhem!
Are you jealous?
You know, I really... What did you... Stop moving so fast!
I don't want to.
Okay, let's try this again. There's a penguin suit inside that block, so go get it.
Fine. Okay.
Ready? Let's do this.
Yay! Jump! Wee!
Jump! What the fuck? Oh, no! No!
Ah!
No!
Starman! Mine!
I want it. You asshole!
Now watch me kill this Koopa Kid.
No, he's my fuck. Fuck you.
I shall not die. Ah!
Now he's mine.
Or is he?
Okay. What the hell I was thinking?
Mine!
God damn it. Let me out.
No.
Let me out.
Fine.
Give me. Let me
Fine.
out. Let me out.
Ah!
Oh.
Your witchy powers always win.
Let's go. Take your time.
That's what I'm doing.
Come on, let's go.
You can't run faster.
We run at the same speed. It's Bowser.
You think that statue will pop out?
No, kind of wish I had laser eyes though. Wait, you son of a bitch! You son of a bitch! Oh my god. Overall, New Super Mario Bros. Wii is definitely worthy of being a console Mario game, but it does have its problems. Well, for one thing, unlike Super Mario World, you can't bring Yoshi into other levels. When you reach the end of a level with a Yoshi in it, he simply stays behind and waves goodbye. Come on, why can't we bring Yoshi into other levels? He wouldn't make the game that much easier. At least I don't think he would. So the music, while catchy at times, is rather forgettable for a Mario game. It utilizes most of the soundtrack from the DS counterpart, whose music I found rather forgettable to begin with. It doesn't all suck though, there are some themes that are enjoyable. The game is also rather generous with extra lives. I mean, at one point in every Mario game, there's a spot where getting lots of lives is easy, but there's so many of those spots in this game. I maxed out at 99 lives as early as the second world, as if the developer thinks the only people that play this game are the casual crowd. But now that I think about it, the game doesn't really penalize you for getting a game over in the first place, so the numerous 1-ups might be something of a convenience for some. To me though, it seems a bit unnecessary. Lastly, and this is really just a nitpick, but when playing with all 4 players, you have Mario, Luigi, and 2 nameless Toads. Not even the Toad, just 2 generic Toads. Why not Toad and Toadette from Mario Party? Makes more sense to me. Again, that's just a nitpick, and it really doesn't affect my overall enjoyment of the game. But still... Even with those minor negatives, the game is still a blast to play, though personally it plays the best when playing single player. If you're going to play multiplayer, I recommend just one more player and not all 4, it's just too chaotic. Also, don't think this game is a total cakewalk. If there was one problem with the DS version, it was that it was too easy. I mean, anybody can say that. Thankfully, this game ups the difficulty with better level design and overall just a better challenge. It's nowhere near as frustrating as, say, the Lost Levels, but it can catch you off guard sometimes.
The Lost Levels was so hard.
The tried and true Mario formula works wonders with this latest installment, and it definitely deserves our recommendation. Me and Elliot give it an 8.5 out of 10. With that said, we're the Super Gamer Brothers. You guys have a good night, and Merry Christmas.